All right, next up, Michigan. Speaking of Michigan, here they are against Penn State, one of the bigger matchups on Saturday. Michigan 4.5-point road favorites, 44.5 the total. You know where I'm going in this game, and we talked. You can go back a few weeks ago to my Penn State Ohio State analysis. Number was short on Ohio State. I said you take Ohio State or nothing in that game. Same thing here, and I know this is in Happy Valley. This is on the road for Michigan, but it's the same thing here. Michigan or nothing for me. James Franklin against Ohio State, Michigan, or anybody good, I ain't trusting him. Sorry. That's no way. Just not happening. Show me you can win a big game against one of these Big Ten behemoths like an Ohio State. Show me you can beat Ryan Day. Show me you can beat Jim Harbaugh. He hasn't been able to do that here since he's been at Penn State. Drew Aller is underwhelmed. It's been a dink and dunk offense. The run game was shut down by Ohio State. If Ohio State is shutting down Penn State's ground attack, surely Michigan can with their excellent defense. So Michigan goes on the road. I think they win this game and they cover this number, quite frankly, because I've seen zero evidence of Penn State winning a big-time Big Ten game in James Franklin's tenure. What do you think here, Conor? Michigan, Penn State.
Yeah, we all know with Franklin, they are at home here. This would be, and this is an early game. This would be different a little bit maybe if it was at night.
And it's a stronger home field environment at Happy Valley Beaver Stadium at night for Penn State.
Yeah, that's why.
That's very important to point that out. Yep.
Like I thought if they had this at night, it would be a little bit better for Penn State. But one thing with Penn State is we saw Ohio State has some, success, but to watch Indiana move the ball, and shout out to Indiana, they got it done last week for me. But even, big win against Maryland. They've owned Maryland, the last few years. They just kicked their ass again. They're a dog here, and I don't want them. It's just. I think Michigan could go in there. They're the defense that's been real. Can Penn State at home here score on this Michigan defense? Maybe. I don't think they can. Penn State defense could do anything with Michigan. I'd like to be on this under. It's just it's the number I think is about right there. So yeah, I just can't do it. I'm leaning under. I think Michigan does win. I got to see it to believe it. Here we got to see how can he in a big game because he didn't look good against Ohio State. And I think McCarthy can go in and get it done. So to all my Michigan guys, Big Show's in here earlier. Yeah, go Big Blue.
Yep,
I think they win.
Michigan or nothing. Until I see James Franklin win one of these games against an Ohio State or a Michigan, I don't trust him. He's got to show me. To show me.
Yeah, and the numbers though, are they real with this Penn State defense? It's just that they haven't played anybody. Michigan, they haven't played anybody. That's why this could be a little bit of a dogfight in this game. So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, but again, I've got to see Penn State get the job done in a spot like this before I'm certainly ready to back them.
Franklin has beat Michigan a couple times. It was 5 years ago.
Yeah, recent memory, not so much. And really against Ohio State, they've had no success. So
I think they got blasted last year.
And this is the best Michigan team of the bunch, probably. And the shitstorm that's swirling around the Michigan program right now with the sign stealing and all that stuff. And if anything, it's galvanizing them. They want to. It's like us against the world mentality they've taken. Because really, they destroyed Purdue, and if not for a backdoor cover, but they still were they wanted to prove a point last week, too.
The story on that guy is great, too.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Funny.
It ain't going away. It ain't going away for Jim Harbaugh in Michigan, that story either.